Welcome to the first ever episode of Bagels and Bat Flips, where we are going to talk about the U23 Euros. With us, we have Avi Sachs and we also have Itai Spinoza. Thank you guys for joining.
Yeah, glad to be here.
Thank you for having us, man. It's good to be back.
100%. Good to have you. So I'm
Yeah,
just gonna,
no, Danny, go,
I
no,
cut
go,
miles
go
off.
ahead.
All right, all
No,
right.
no, it's okay. It's okay. Look, this is no format, so we're just shooting.
Yeah, we're just
Um,
we're just going. So go ahead,
you
Miles.
know, okay, we know you guys recently got done with the tournament, Euros. Can you kind of give us a run through as to how everything went?
Yeah, I mean, Itai, you pick it off. You started us off.
Yeah, I got us, man. So this all starts last year actually 2 years ago at the U23 level. We first had a qualifier in Lithuania where we're playing in, the middle of a horse track. It's barely even a baseball field, but I don't even remember the teams. It was us, Switzerland, Belgium.
Lithuania.
Yeah. And, we went out there, obviously, as Israel, we're the best team in that pool by ranking. So we kind of went in expecting to take care of business and leave. We lose that. We lose the qualifier, super disappointing for us. So then last year we go into Switzerland. We're like, all right, no funny business. Let's do this thing. We're not a team that wants to be in qualifiers. We want to be competing in the Euros. We want to be with the best. We want to play against the best. So we're going into last year to take care of business, and we rolled through that tournament. I mean, we threw a no-hitter in the final game. That's how much we were taking care of business.
That's lit.
We're coming into Trebich this year. We know what we're capable of. We're like, hey, let's be for real. Let's show these people what we got. Like, we know what we can do. Euros, it's the top teams in the country. This tournament was the top 8 teams. Us and Austria were the 2 teams that came in from the qualifiers. And, we wanted to make a statement. That was the plan coming in. As you guys probably know now, it was a little bit different. Now we know what to expect for the future, but just being able to play at that stage, especially in the Czech Republic, they really know how to run their shows. The people there, they might not have a clue what's going on, but they love
They
it.
show up.
They love it. Yeah, they love it and they show out. It was a great time. Avi, if you want to add anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think Itai summed it up. I mean, we're a team that across every level of Israel baseball, I think, except for U15, we were at the A pool. That we know that's where we belong, and we showed up knowing that that's where we belong. And all right, I mean, we got our teeth kicked in a little bit, but the same way it happened with the second qualifying tournament. I mean, we know what to expect now. We know that's where we belong, and we saw the other teams, and there's nothing there we can't handle.
I agree. I was looking at the scores and I was actually genuinely just shocked at the 7-0. I was really shocked at France. Like that was seemed just like the toughest loss that you guys had.
For sure.
Czech, that was probably the roughest one. I was like, wow.
Embarrassing one.
Yeah, I looked at that and I was like, some shit must have happened. I was like 10-0. Whoa. And then like what happens after that, right? You lose your first game 7-0, right? You kind of start getting the feeling. Then you seem to lose a heartbreaker 6-5.
Yeah.
And then like those are your first 2 games. So they're polar opposites, right? You kind of lose, you get shut out and then you lose a heartbreaker. And then the next game is just exponentially, not exponentially, but like exponentially worse than the second game, I guess, at 10-0, right? It's like how do you guys like change your mindset from that?
Yeah, so I mean, I think the France game obviously a heartbreaker in and of itself, but the people on the team that were looking into the standings and whatnot, we were still alive when that France game ended, and then later that day is when we got eliminated and told we were going to the beat pool. There was a second game loss, whatever. That's when the real heartbreaker, I mean, really kicked in, and so we knew going to that Czech game with how the rules were working that that game would have no impact on us relegating or not. So it was almost like obviously it hurts. It always hurts to lose 10-0. That was the most fans we played in front of us. The hometown team, I think listed attendance was over 1,000 people at that game. I mean, it's a real scene, live television. But we still knew what the job was. The job was we're playing Austria the next day, and that's the only game that matters. So it's weird in these short tournaments. I mean, it's essentially you're playing as many games as you do in a weekend series, but every game matters so much.
what were some of the things that you guys probably learned just in general from this past tournament that took place? I'm sure there's some key takeaways that you have that you're gonna apply to the next round of games that you guys come up with. What are some of the things that you guys took away with, positive or negative? What is it?
Yeah, I think a lot of it for the younger guys, especially because we had a team that there's a lot of guys that'll be returning for the qualifiers next year. It wasn't a squad of, 22 and 23-year-olds that, were going off. This was their last time playing at the U23 level. It was a lot of guys that are going to be back. So I think for those guys to see what they're coming up against, that was just really an eye opener. Back to the last question, Great Britain game one, that was a legit college lineup. I mean, they were a really good squad. They're all, 6 foot plus. That's when we kind of walked into that stadium, saw that team, especially like me pitching. Every guy kind of has that intimidating little factor in the box. It's exactly how it is. We're facing a hard thrower on the bump. So those young guys, I think it really helps them kind of mature as players, mature, you know, kind of forces them to be men at the next level too, to be able to compete at this level. You're playing against guys that are 6'2", 240. We don't really got that on our team. So
Mm.
Guy's a linebacker. Jesus Christ.
legit.
Oh my God.
When you look at Team Israel, we go into these tournaments, average size, we're always the smallest, but we've also always got the biggest guy in every tournament now. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
dude, I was
yeah,
saying, aren't you the outlier? You're like the guy that should not be saying that. You're like
we
the
played
outlier.
we played
I'm
Germany.
sure Avi's the first one off the bus. He's got, 100-pound sacks on both arms.
Dude, I saw him in the handshake line. I was like, who is that? Like, I didn't even know who that was. He's shaking hands.
We
Like, oh,
played Germany in the final game, and their first baseman, I think he played at Florida Southwestern, and now he's playing the top German league, and he's like probably 6'4", 260, and like
man,
everyone looks at him, and you're like, Jesus, I mean, huge.
that's a hoss.
And we're shaking hands after the game. He looks at me, and he goes, "Fuck, you're huge."
That's incredible.
We pick up some of that.
That's incredible. So, Itai, when you got the ball for the first game, you went out there and you said everyone kind of had that little intimidating factor. What did you have to get your mind to do to like kind of push past that? Because that got to be hard. First game, best team in the tournament, you get the ball.
Yeah.
You just got to roll. You got to set the tone.
Right. And that's where my mind's at. Is all right, set the tone. Let's get everyone, on the right page that we run this show. That's how I want things to go. I don't need anyone knowing, like, I wouldn't even say that, I was nervous at all. This stuff's exciting. Being able to, like, I'm pitching against Great Britain in the Czech Republic in the European Championship. Like, I couldn't ask for a greater honor doing that, playing for Israel. But yeah, I want, the only thing on my mind is kind of dominating. The guys, I mean, we knew Great Britain was going to be a good squad. That's not anything we were surprised by. So I just wanted to keep us in the game and, give us a shot to compete. Not necessarily, I'm not going to go out there and throw, 7 perfect innings. That's not realistic, but give us a chance, give us a chance to compete against one of the better teams in the tournament. That's all we want to do. We knew Great Britain and the Czech Republic were the 2 stronger teams in our pool. France, I think we all were kind of convinced that we were going to beat them,
Yeah.
which, maybe it hurt us, maybe it didn't. It was a close game. But that first game, if we could take that, I knew we probably would have gone. We probably would have won the tournament. I promise you.
Yeah. I mean, Danny, I was talking to you about it.
Setting the tone. Game one, you want to set the tone. Because like Avi said, you're playing 6 games in 6 days or whatever it is.
Yeah.
You want to build momentum as soon as you can from the first pitch.
Yeah, I mean, Danny, I was talking to you about it before we got on air that, I mean, Itai did that. I mean, we were in that game and then we come up top of the third, bases loaded, no outs.
Yeah.
That's a crusher. I mean, we're sitting there in the dugout and it's just like, ugh, like that's, top 2-3 lineup, bases loaded.
Yeah. Yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt.
Dude, yeah, that can happen. And, especially when you told me they saw 1 strike combined.
Yeah.
And they got out of the inning and you guys got no runs. Like that.
Yeah.
It's just any baseball guy knows that just can't happen.
No.
And I've seen it all too many times, like watching games, coaching games, just like scratching your head, like what the fuck just happened? And I think like it's just unfortunate. But you guys also mentioned that there was quite the temperature difference out in the Czech Republic. You guys are going from 105 to 50 degrees. So was there any adjustment period for that? Because I know Itai, you said you may have gotten sick
Yeah.
from it, but from a player's perspective, right? Like some of these guys may come from it. Like, what does that do to you guys, like individually and as a team, if
Yeah,
any?
I think even more so than the temperature. I mean, obviously it plays a huge impact, but you look at all these other teams that sleep in their own beds, practicing at their own fields until, for a lot of them, the night before the tournament, they drive 2, 3 hours, they're there. For the guys from that are living in Israel right now, it's still a 4.5, 5 hour flight. For the guys coming from the US, I mean, I don't think I fully got over jet lag until the last day or two we were there. You add that into the temperature change, I mean, that second, third day, I mean, it was tough. I think most of the team will say that it's one point or another, we felt sick.
Mm.
That temperature change was tough.
Yeah, I remember I was walking into a pharmacy one day. I had like congestion relief up on my phone and check and check, just trying to find something to help me out. But yeah, no, that definitely. I wouldn't say. I mean, once you get into the games, it's all adrenaline. You're not feeling whether it's cold or not. When you're not playing, though, like we played the Czech Republic in a scrimmage before the game, and that was a night game against them. That day, that game was cold. I'll tell you that. Just standing there,
That was tough.
that game was cold.
And
But
that game was also on Tisha B'Av, and myself, Jake Arno, and I think Freddie Bain, who was our assistant coach, the three of us, I think it was just the three of us, were all fasting. And you could kind of see, like, the end of each inning, one of us would kind of check our phone, see what time it is. Like, can we eat yet? Freddie's over there coaching third base, cold as can be, exhibition game. We don't even have our guys throwing for us. We brought in local Czech guys to throw for
yeah,
us.
we had like Czech 16-year-olds pitching for us.
That's awesome. Damn, dude, fasting. Wow, that is wild.
And Jake,
And
I didn't
Jake
get
and
into the
Arnau,
game,
you got it.
and Freddie's coaching, and Jake was on the bench. They're like, all right, we're going to get you a pinch hit at bat as soon as the fast ends. Fast ends. He has some water, maybe takes a bite of an apple, gets in the box, rips like our first single of the day.
Yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, oh yeah. He's hungry as shit.
No, okay, that's okay. So that's funny. Okay, so it seemed like there were still some really cool experiences that you guys had. You talked about playing in front of like
100%.
us. Like,
Yeah.
what were some of the fun things that you experienced on this trip? Because even just talking to you guys through the struggles, it seemed like you still like really enjoyed yourselves, and these are things that you're just like, okay, did that happen? But hey, that was kind of funny. Or that happened. That sucked. That was still kind of funny. Like, what were some of your favorite moments on this?
Yeah, I mean, the whole point, I mean, you still got to enjoy the experience. That's 100% something that goes along with playing with Israel, being able to go to these, random cities in Europe, like Trebich. I mean, when I say there was nothing going on, man, we were celebrities walking in everywhere. Like, we got there,
You were there for
Did-
base.
4 or 5
Did
days.
anyone? This is a serious question. Did anyone think that Avi was Paul Skeens? I,
There it didn't
got brought
happen.
up.
Funny enough, in my summer league, one of my coaches, he hadn't been at our first practice, and I showed up for game day. I mean, I like pitching in long sleeves, just kind of my thing. And we were black and orange. So I was wearing a black long sleeve undershirt that I got from some Pirates guy. And he looks at me and he goes, "When the fuck did Paul Skeen sign up to play for us?"
Yeah. No, it's so similar. When Avi's up on the bump, he has the hair going. If he just cleaned this up a little bit, yeah,
Grow this out, shave this down a little bit.
yeah.
got a,
One
got a
of
5'2" gymnast girlfriend from LSU. You're chilling, dude.
Did you guys sign the autographs?
That's the easy
The
thing.
autographs that you guys signed where people were like, oh my gosh, Itai Spinoza, give me.
No, here, no. That's at the SNT. That's happened though. You'll get the
Yeah.
link running up to you. But nah, this time I think maybe if we won a few games, they'd want our autographs. But
I mean, I'll definitely say for myself, I wasn't on the qualifying team last year, so this is my first time playing on a national team since October 7th. And when we took the line for the national anthem for game one against Great Britain, I mean, that's really what it's all about. You're there, Hatikva's playing, Israel's across your chest. This group of guys, I mean, mine and Itai's age group have really set the tone for Israel baseball, putting us winning the U18 qualifier and putting us at the U18A pool, winning the U23 qualifier, being the first team to play at the U23A pool. This group of guys, we've been through a lot together. Whether it's the guys from Israel growing up through the program together, or the guys who have, Itai, who's been with us through the U18s, or Chase, who played second base for us in this tournament, just jumping in. And I mean, this group has gone through a lot together. So anytime we show up, I mean, it's a group that we might only see each other for a week or so every year, but like we've lived through so many experiences together. It's always fun, even when you go 0-5.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And it's more than, of course, last year in the qualifier, we were playing post October 7th. And this year as well, we're playing representing Israel, but with this group, it's also, I've played with them since I was 14 years old. So it's not only just for, our country, but it's also for ourselves. We're a team where since we were 14, we've been able to compete with everybody in Europe, and we know, like exactly what I was saying, we know what we're capable of. So it's so cool having the core group that we've had through Israel baseball, like you were saying, at the U18s, at the qualifiers, now at the U23 level. There's just been this group just moving up, growing Israel baseball. It's a pleasure just watching everything keep going.
That's inspiring, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, like you said, 14, like you've grown up together. You've seen each other in pretty much every stage of life, from being a teenager to going to college, and now like after college. Now it's like moving into life after college. Hopefully, like a lot of the senior national team. So it's really cool progression of life too when you see that and you're able to experience it with the same guys.
Yeah,
And just to put that experiencing life, like just to like actualize it. I mean, first time played with Itai, he was going into his freshman year at Elon, and I was going into my gap year program. Then this year, I mean, we've been on one team together since then, but then this year again, like Itai just finished up his senior year at Elon. I just finished my freshman year of college baseball after 3 years in the Army. I mean, it's crazy the things we go through, and once a year, we show up, we play together, and it's like we were there, 2 days ago.
Mhm. Yeah, exactly. You build these connections with these guys, even it remains outside of baseball 100%. Like me and the kid Daniel Latterman, Dun, we call him. Like now we're talking about, building AI models to try and make some money, or moving somewhere, going to Australia and playing professional baseball, doing all this stuff. Like it's all about the connections as well. I mean, it brings so many people together, like you guys are doing too. It's brought us all together at this point. So it's just so amazing what Israel baseball has done for us, and what, we're going to try and continue to keep growing.
You just put it perfectly, I think. Like literally that was perfect. I think also it's really cool watching now, like us knowing you guys, watching you go out and play. Like, and I feel like a lot of athletes these days are not very, what's the word? Probably like humanized very well. Like that they're still people, that they have a life outside of what they do.
Yeah.
I think, and like, I don't know. I mean, knowing you guys outside of that is so cool, because that's how like you get the chemistry on your team too. Like that's how you build it. And I think that, next year, would you play in the qualifier again?
Next year's qualifiers again.
Okay. So I mean, I think next year, like you said, everyone's coming back. The chemistry's still going to be there, probably way stronger than it was this year. And just you're going to run that tournament, go back, and then would that be your last Euros? Is U23?
So for me and Itai both, the qualifiers is our last tournament in
Mm.
At the degree level. Yeah.
Wow. So then after that, just senior national team for you?
Yeah.
All right. Look at that. Are you guys? So can you? Let's say you could play for the U23, and then you could also play for the senior national team in Euros, right?
Yeah.
Correct. I think Itai's doing that right now.
Yeah.
Doing
I'll be
that,
doing
right?
that.
Okay.
So yeah, I just finished up here, and then in like 3 weeks, I'm going to Rotterdam to play the SNT. Yeah.
There you go. And then are you either of you going to be playing on the WBC team or no?
Nah, probably not. They'll
I
bring
mean,
us.
it's a pipe dream. If all of a sudden they start throwing 97, it's tough to keep me off, but we're still a ways away.
I mean, NFL just only the teams have to supply smelling salts. Just getting on smelling salts, smell it before and just go.
That's what I'm saying. If I was come on, Javi, just pull the ball.
Coming. I got slowed down a little bit. I was in the army.
That's good.
Coming.
We got that.
Yeah, no, this is a lot of fun. This is a lot of fun. It's cool just hearing about these experiences and knowing that you guys will grow together and it's just I don't know. I mean, are you guys excited for the senior national team? I'm sure the answer is yes, but is there like I don't because I only played up to U23 obviously that I played in the US, but like what is that jump in skill set when it comes to the senior national team?
I'll let him answer that one.
Yeah, I mean it's legit. It's legit. My first time there was in the Czech Republic 2 years ago, and our first exhibition game. You see Didi Gregorius at shortstop, and what was that guy? What's that other big leaguer they had, Avi? Good baseball mind.
Bernardino with them then?
Yeah. That's it, Roger Bernardina.
Oh yeah.
So they're in the lineup. I'm just sitting on the bench. 20 years old. I'm like, holy shit, this is really what we're going up against now. It's incredible. It's incredible. Every team has some professional player at some sort, and we're going up there. It's exactly what it's just the age increase, man.
Yeah.
A lot of the other countries as well, their senior national teams are the teams they're taking to the World Baseball Classic, all this stuff. Like the Czech Republic, for example, that team, they don't disperse. That's the same squad they do everything with. That's why they're so good. So like when I got the start against them in the Czech Republic, I'm throwing against, Eric Sogard. He's now 2 for 2 off me, but we're not going to talk about that.
Dude, that was the guy way back in the day. Like they just got a random. Remember the face for the MLB? It was like between like him and Jeter, and he got like more votes than Derek Jeter, I think. If I'm thinking,
Really?
dude, yes, he was on the A's, right? He played for the A's.
Yeah.
Dude,
Well,
yes.
good player.
When I was younger, they like did like the MLB like face of the like MLB, and for some reason they just picked him like randomly. Every fan was just spam voting him, and he made it all past like everybody. It was like him and Derek Jeter in the finals. That's so funny that he's 2 for 2 off you.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just a way higher level of competition. That's all it is. It's the same idea. You're still playing against all these countries. You're still playing for Israel. All the foundation is still the same. It's just that level of competition is that much greater.
Sure. I mean, you look at the U23, France's shortstop was an everyday starter at Arizona last year. And nothing against him. I mean, really fucking good ball player. I mean, I think through the first 2 ball games, he was 7 for 8, and his only out was a fly out to the wall.
Yeah.
But like he OPS like I think low 700s at Arizona. Then you look at the SNT, Didi Gregorius is playing shortstop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's really good ball players at the U23 level, and then there's, Netherlands at U23 has a bunch of guys with pro contracts. Italy's game 1 guy went viral a couple years ago pitching for the Cardinals with like a curveball that broke the wrong way. Like some really good ball players. And then you get to the SNT and you're like, oh, this guy's got 10 years of big league service time.
Yeah.
Dude, then you go one step up, WBC, and you're like, shit.
Yeah. WBC, that's a whole different animal. Those are all big leaguers. Yeah.
I mean, just think about what Steinmetz had to face with the WBC. I mean, that's fucking murderer's row.
Okay, so can you guys kind of walk me through this a little bit? You finish up with U23 and then you go to the senior national team. Now, is there like a tryout or like a because it can't be that everyone's going to the senior national team, right? I'm sure that there has to be some sort of hey, we like the way you look on U23. Welcome to the senior national team. Or how does that work? Moving from one level to the next.
Well, so if I'm not mistaken, the extended roster for the SNT has been kind of set for a little bit. And so I'm not on the extended roster, but for a bunch of the guys that were kind of fringe worthy going into the U23, that is kind of their tryout. And then on top of that, you've obviously got the guys with, big league service time or have played affiliated ball that are right there. I mean, Jason Agresty and Aaron Mishulam made Aliyah earlier this year and are going to be 2 big time guys for the senior national team. I think there's 3 or 4 guys from the U23 team that are considered locks for the senior national team.
Mm-hmm.
And then 3 or 4 more who the U23 is kind of their tryout for it.
So cool.
Yeah, exactly. They've got eyes on everyone year round. I mean, a lot of the guys from previous SNTs, they just keep those guys and move them on. But as guys grow older, like the ones we have on the U23, yeah, exactly. It's kind of their tryout, playing at a higher level at the U23 Euros, and then see how they compete, see if they can do it at the SNT.
Heck yeah, y'all can.
Especially like there's some dogs on an SNT team. I mean, dude, Rosengard this year, I've been following him.
Fucking
I'm
nuts.
surprised he doesn't have a pro contract yet. I literally texted him yesterday. I was like, like how? You know, like how are you still playing affiliated ball? You're not like signed yet. I mean, Allentoff, he's having a pretty good year. I mean, there's some just straight up dogs on that team.
For sure.
Holtz, Brett Holtz too.
Yeah, I mean, Blake. I think Blake's going to be on the senior national team, and he'll be ready to go because he always is. I mean, Blake's always ready to go.
Yeah, Blake is always ready to go.
Spinoza's got to keep him healthy this time, though.
Yeah, I was about to say, dude, the hot tub.
Like, wrap him in bubble wrap, carry him everywhere.
With Blake, that might be the only way to get him through a full.
That is too funny. Oh my God. Well, thank you boys for coming on. This was awesome. Would love to do the same thing after the senior national team Euros. I'm going to reach out maybe to some more guys, see if they want to hop on. But I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your day, busy schedules to do this with us again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. It's appreciate you having us on the first, bagels and bath flips. Cool.
Come on now.
Hey, we're breaking ground
After
now.
SNT, 100%. 100% come back on.
Also,
Yeah.
before we go, I do have to let everybody know that Itai still does have a Hotmail account. So if people want to bully him to get him, for him to get a Gmail in the comments, please do.
No, I got to set up for work.
Oh, all right. Don't give your work email out though.
No,
Don't
not
do
doing that.
All right. Well, thank you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, thank you guys, man. Keep it up.